Stan Gibilisco here. Just a little dreaming of Wyoming in the winter on a July afternoon. Now, how many people dream of Wyoming in the winter in the middle of the black holes of South Dakota, United States of advertising summer, which lasts all of about 2 months here, and we're finally in it. How many people do that? Most people in the winter dream about places like Hawaii or Florida or maybe even California or Mexico or someplace. Well, I dream about Meeteetse, Wyoming right now, and the Stargazer Bunkhouse, Stargazer Ranch, and the antenna plan or scheme that I'm dreaming of right now. What this basically is something that I guess you could call a Kytoon Zepp. Now, if you will Google on this word, Kytoon, or look it up in Wikipedia, you'll find out that it is a helium balloon equipped with special wings that make it operate like a kite when the wind blows. Because when you have wind, and of course if you have a kite you're going to need some wind, but if you don't have a kite and you just have a balloon for your antenna support, that balloon is going to heel way over and it's going to fly almost horizontal and it's going to bat around an awful lot. I don't know if you've ever tried this. These helium balloons typically measure 3 to 5 feet in diameter. I believe if you go bigger than 6 feet, you have to contact the Federal Aviation Administration. I don't know exactly what the regulations are, but I'm certainly going to find out before I go out and do this, before I get the parts. The kite that I would prefer is called a Delta Conine. Delta Conine. It is a winged box kite, or you might say a delta kite, with a box in the center that your tether can run right through up to a balloon, maybe 20 feet further along than the kite. So this is my modified Kytoon Zepp. And when I say Zepp, I mean that this section right here, window line or ladder line, measures 1/4 of an electrical wavelength, whereas the remaining section measures 1/2 of an electrical wavelength, so that you have in effect a Zepp antenna which is supported at the far end by this contraption. Now, this is the best I can think of, and I did try it when I was in Minnesota in the winter, this little scheme, and it did work after a fashion. The balloon will still kind of bat around in the wind, but the kite will take over and tend to provide a force that pulls this way, because a kite is something like a captive airplane, particularly a Delta Conine. So when the wind blows, it tends to fly into it. And in fact, some of these Delta Conines, I've seen them flying pretty much straight up. In a 20-mile-an-hour wind, you can sometimes get a Delta Conine to fly straight up. I would say the wingspan of this thing should be about 6 feet. You can go to Into the Wind, a company that sells kites. I believe it's intothewind.com or something like that. As for these balloons, you might have a little more trouble finding those. I don't know exactly where I'm going to find a balloon that big, but I'll find it, and in February or January or maybe even December for the 160-meter ARRL contest, I'll go out to the Stargazer Bunkhouse at the Stargazer Ranch in Meeteetse, Wyoming, United States of America, and with my trusty old FT857 Delta, PAL Star antenna tuner, and 35 ampere hour marine battery, I will be in business. At least that's what I'm dreaming right now. Sometimes we make our plans and God cries, you know what I'm saying? Stan Gibilisco, W1GV, Whiskey 1 Good Vibrations, signing off from the black holes of South Dakota, United States of advertising. Until next time, so long.